great question. Losing sleep was a little scattered because we were in school, so it was a lot of time in between recording sessions.
It was done over a year, right?
And a half.
A year and a half, yeah. But this one was very fast. It was like a month in LA with one producer and just really intense very quickly. So we worked, 12-hour days, which is a good thing. And then, pretty much just worked for 3.5, 4 weeks straight, which is great. I think it was a very different process, and we weren't distracted by anything else, which is cool.
They call her love, 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 love.
This time we all got to do a lot of pre-production on it. We were in the studio before we were in the studio, working on our own parts, and
Very
I think it went very good.
Shows.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I need.
Ooh, cut to the core. I was in Russia.
You're watching The Lion King, right?
Yeah. I was in Russia, and yeah. And I don't remember how I remember the chorus came to me very quickly, and then I realized it was gonna be a sad song, so I wrote around it as a sad song. But it wasn't having to do with anything specific, so luckily no one broke up with me at that point. Yeah, it wasn't. It was from. It must have been from a past way long. It wasn't like at the time I was like sitting there heartbroken, but I felt that before, so I know how it feels.
They call her love.
Ooh, I think it just lended itself to the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was very, it just made sense with some of the songs, and
You could kind of hear it. You could hear the open space where it needed to just punch with some vocals.
Well, it sounds really good.
oh, thank you.
So-
Well, Johnny, we tried initially with Johnny doubling a bunch of the parts, but it didn't really work out. So.
Right.
He's got a 5-octave range.
It does.
And she is all I
It's a ton of fun. I think audiences have been very gracious to accept almost half of our set being these songs. It's pretty audacious, but we really wanted to, figure out how to play them live, and so it's been a ton of fun.
little secrets you keep down.
Ooh.
It's hard to tell at this point.
Yeah.
We're still like feeling it out.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have a favorite
What would I
out of the ones you play live?
I mean, I love What I Know. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I know. Yeah, like halfway is my other favorite song.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really good. Yeah, I love
Thank
that one. I love them all, but.
Oh, well, thank you.
Better, it's alright. Oh, baby, it's alright.
Not yet. No name. There's a tentative release date, so it's kind of a ballpark date that we're gunning for, but I'm sure it'll change just based on circumstance. But the name is forthcoming. We will announce it in a very special announcement, which you all will hear first.
You're not sure you can say what you please.
I mean, we have a very young audience, which is good.
Yeah.
And so usually when we pick a cover, it's something that we all grew up listening to, usually. And for this particular tour, works out to be some Bruce Springsteen. So if we can, maybe there are a few members, a few people in the audience who haven't heard Springsteen, which is kind of, I think everybody has.
That's hard.
But no, we like to
Introduce songs that we like.
They
Right.
remind us of it.
And usually from like whatever we're into at the time. We were all into Petty, last year we covered him.
Right.
We just jump
This
on whatever
year,
bandwagon
yeah.
we're riding.
Next year it's gonna be like Mozart.
Yeah.
So.
Right now you think it feels right.
So I have a question from Alyssa,
Nice.
and she would like to know what are the essentials that you guys have to pack on tour?
Everybody gets one. Nate.
Yikes.
I'll go. iPhone. That's Will's answer.
Pictures of my chickens.
Headlamp. My sweet cowboy boots.
Kid leather gloves.
You can blame it on me.
Ooh. I wrote most of this record actually while we were in Europe, or a lot of it, a good portion of it. So when we were in Europe and I was in Russia. So I can say it directly influenced the record in a good way. And I think meeting people and seeing the different stuff inspired something new, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it kind of flipped a switch, which is a songwriting switch. You always kind of look for this. You want something to flip it, and you never know what's going to. And that, for me, traveling so much this past spring was what flipped it, which is great. Which is what I need.
Do you guys have any plans to go back to work soon?
Oh,
Yeah, next year for sure.
Yeah, we'll be back next year.
That's what they all were asking too.
We'll be there.
That was an organization we had. I knew the founder of it for a little while, and a bunch of our friends had been involved and were encouraging us to check it out. And they came to us, and we had kind of had an eye on them a little bit as a band, and it worked out to where this tour was the first tour we were going to bring them out and just start, introducing our fans to it all. But it's been kind of steaming for a little while, getting ready to.
We heard other artists talk about it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we thought it was a great cause and something that we really want to get involved in.
Some of their accomplishments with other artists is just incredible. So it was a no-brainer for us to jump on.
Yeah, and we could use more.
Yeah.
Always.
Always use more. Yeah.
Check it out, mochaclub.org.
Soldiers going off to fight the
I think it's a more mature sound, but one that I think our previous fans are still going to love. So hopefully they can accept that we're growing a little bit and we're older now, but it's still going to be.
Still gonna get caught in your head.
Yeah. So.
Those are all my questions.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, sir.
That's a wrap. Parachute out.
to say, just take me.
What do you ask?
Named himself. What about Questlove?
So awesome.
What am I?
Nothing.